Hi there. Different area. Oh, here. There's my Mother's Day card from Hannah. It's a little pot with a plant and the flower is her hand. So that's one of my grandchildren. Anyhow, we're over here at Jessie and I'm doing the lefty loosey because we have, sorry that I'm hand holding this. We have some signatures in here for the Manual of Child Development. So come with me and hold on. Whoa. No, you're not going to fit there. You can fit there. Come with me. We'll head over to my desk and then we're going to get to work on adding some fun pages in here. So I'll see you in a second. I'm not very good at that finger snap thing that some people can do with videos, but at least I can still snap my fingers in spite of arthritis. And yeah, some people can't do that. I'm not very good at whistling. So, you know, we can't all have the talents. I can roll my tongue. Some people can't do that. I can do that. I can cross one eye or the other eye or both eyes. My daughter, when you roll your tongue in, my daughter can do 3 rolls in her tongue. Now that's talent. So I got a little more work done on this beautiful little book. Although I rated it, the spine was still a good sturdiness in order to hold this in place while this was setting up with because there's glue underneath this lace. The spine wasn't very pretty. I didn't see the point in leaving it that way, especially since the front cover is quite pretty and is in good condition. And I just thought, you know what, these are my favorite 2 colors beside each other, sort of a mustardy yellow and a burgundy red, brick red. So I took the opportunity to put some lace down the spine. It also helped to hold the reinforcement that I put in. And I also sewed the lace down just to oh, I wonder what fell. Oh, I'm shocked. A rock. I sat down with every intention yesterday of doing a video, and I ended up tidying my room. I couldn't stand it anymore. And it's my own fault. I usually tidy in between journals, and when I finished working on the Fairy Queen and Wonderfully Good, and then did a lot of work on the Ready Reckoner. Not so sure I'm happy with how that turned out. You may witness me on how I rip apart a book and start over. I think working with cardstock makes the flip-flop folding trickier than working just with paper. Well, I'm saying I know, I have learned now from experience that doing the flip-flop with cardstock is trickier. But that cute little cover is not ruined because I can rip out the insides and I can start again. And I have been known to do that, so that's okay. Anyhow, so I did get started on the blank pages for the signatures for this pretty little book that still doesn't have a name, which is unusual for me. I'm usually calling it by a name by now, and not yet. Anyhow, I put in the first 2 pages. I liked them, so I kept them together with all the specialists that went into writing this book on how to take care of your children. 1948, boy, they were going to need it with all those babies they were having after the war. Boy, oh boy. And then when I say blank pages, what I mean is pages that are either you can write on them or you can collage, do whatever you want on them. They're basically blank. Like, even though these have date, name, address written on it, this page would be perfectly fine for writing an entire journal entry on it and write right over those words. And it actually makes a really cool, what's the word I'm looking for? Aesthetic. It's really pleasing to the eye when you write right over the words. Like even these words here, just write right over them. And it's cool looking. So this has not been glued in yet. It was over top, trying to decide if I'm still going to put it back in over top or not. So for the meantime, I'm just tucking it in there to keep it safe. And then right now at this moment, I made the executive decision, instead of 11 signatures, to go with 9. And that way we can fit more. Sorry, my nose was going to make me sneeze for a second there. Oh my goodness, this spring the allergies have been dreadful. So the 9 still gives me that pleasant, the appearance on when you're doing a hidden hollow back spine, but it also is going to give me room because I suspect I'm going to want to be rating my, I have a lot of 1940s and 1950s and 60s magazines, and I have a feeling I'm going to want to be doing some fussy cutting and having a bit of fun and putting some laces and fabrics. The sewing was very much the in thing back then. So I want to put fabrics in. I want to put, this was in the book, actually in the front. I'm thinking I'm going to put it as the last page where it just says, enjoy your child. So look at those little curls. I had a couple of babies with curls and a couple that had absolutely straight hair, and I had one that had wavy. So I had a whole bunch of, I got all my bases covered, all different colors, even the eyes, all different colors. When you have 5 children, you're bound to get a whole mishmash. Now, I've been choosing some fun pages, I call them, to put in as well. I don't necessarily want this journal to have a mother and baby theme. I want it to be more of a just family, children, children growing up, maybe a 40s type of housekeeping, slight domestic goddess, that sort of thing. I'm going to see where my imagination takes me on this, but when I look at this, I'm not necessarily just seeing mothers and babies and how to take care of babies and just that. So, so I have quite a few things because I think of things that at the time, a domestic goddess, yeah, most of the moms were stay-at-home moms. Unless they were single for various reasons, which was rare back then. The women stayed home and the men went to work, and the economy was such that that was quite affordable for many families. And I certainly had a stay-at-home mom. And it was nice. She did go back to work. She ended up, once I was in school, she went back and she worked for the Bank of Montreal for many years and thoroughly enjoyed it. I remember when she was taking typing at night to learn how to type so that she could get a job in an office. And she was so excited. She'd come home and show me everything she learned. And so she basically taught me how to type before I even got to high school and took typing. And then, of course, I was way ahead. My mom was good like that. I didn't necessarily enjoy it at the time, but I can certainly thank her now for the things that she insisted I learn, such as I've bellyached about sewing. I did not like learning how to sew, and it came in very handy. Now, so I've got this page. I had to attach it together. I used some offcuts from making the anchor pages for the signatures, so I saved them. They come in handy, and this is actually quite a find to be able to put into a book. I have in abysmal condition, so I don't want anyone clutching their pearls. I have a first edition of Fun with Dick and Jane, and that was published in 1946, but it is in utterly abysmal condition and is not worth, actually I've looked online, and it was worth the $1 that I paid for it. So, but it's getting new life because I get to use it in so many ways. But because it was like a school textbook, it was the kind that are bound from the top down. Very difficult to undo those books. I have one that is going to go in that I managed to get apart and learned my lesson and vowed never to do it again. Where is it? It's here. Here it is. This is from a different book. I forget which book this is from. And I don't know if you can see the holes here. The needle punched right through with the thread from top down. And it's just very, very difficult to get them apart. And Fun with Dick and Jane is like that, and I've just learned it's easier to lose that because that is basically a gutter. It doesn't affect being able to glue them back together again, like this. So this is rare too, because I am going to put it in as is and leave those holes there. I think that adds to the fun. I have a page out of Louisa May Alcott's Good Wives, and this book is from 1907, and it's again not rare, so it was published many, many times over, but very old, 1907. So, and if you can't see it, it's in pencil right here so that the new owner will know. This is from a magazine that I found in one of my thrift stores. The inside the cover, it was from the Oshawa General Hospital, So I have a feeling these were handed out when you got handed your baby to go home, you got handed this book. So, and it's from 1950. So I have a couple of those pages. Whether I'll use them both or not, I'm not sure. This was from the Victory, the American Victory recipe book. I liked the picture there. Hot and cold beverages. So those are going to have to be glued together. And then I liked this one for canning, preserving, and jelly making. So again, we're going to have to put them together. I'm torn because I'm not sure. I'm just not sure about whether the paper is strong enough or not. This is out of that book that I bought ages ago, the manual for hair school, which I just had to have. And I'm putting in the some pages on pin curls because that was a very popular way for ladies to do their hair on their own at home. I remember quite vividly my mother putting pin curls in her hair at night. And I certainly did. They still teach it in hair school. At least as of 20 years ago, they were still teaching it. It was still on the exam. It does teach you, learning how to do pin curls teaches you valuable lessons in following the natural curve of how the hair grows out of the follicle of the scalp. So pin curls and finger waves are still taught. I was abysmal at finger waves. It was my most challenging thing in hair school. My goodness, I just disliked it greatly. Pin curls I enjoyed very much. And then there was this blank page in there too, so notes on pin curls. So I thought, I bet this owner of the book put pin curls in. I'm trying to decide. I think this one is going to need to have the fold secured. I like this. I think I'm going to use it as a tuck, but it says, I love this recipe. So it's going to go in. A little bit of Edith. I have to decide whether it is too wide or not. Oh, it's not. Good. We'll be able to use it as is. I can't remember what book this came out of. And but it's just a pretty picture out of an old book, and I imagine maybe she saved it. This was this was for a record, so children could listen to the record with the story and the song for the Three Little Kittens, and I just thought that would make a really cute pocket. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to make that flip through, and I'm not sure because I don't want to have to cover that up. So we will be thinking about that. This is going to be a tuck-in. This is from one of those old, when churches would do a fundraiser and everyone would submit their favorite recipe, and then they'd sell it to make money at church. And from a crochet magazine, crochet how-to book. This was pineapple design was so popular. I think my mother had pineapple table runners on every table in our house, and her crocheting was impeccable. Her artwork certainly showed its way in her embroidered pillowcases and the clothing on her babies, the layettes, she was amazing. I want to find a way to turn this into a signature, another signature. This was in my box where sometimes I pull out signatures just before I sew. This is out of a Better Homes and Gardens book, so I'm going to, these will need to get joined together. A little bird book, some stationery, a page out of Mrs. Tiggy Winkle. Is she cute? This is a page out of that book that's a reprint of a catalog for farm equipment. So there's that. This would have been fun to put in the Fairy Queen. I forgot I had it and found a whole bag of it. It's pretty. It's sort of a bluish color. But I will be making more Fairy Queens in the future, so I'll just have to try and remember. This was out of, again, a reprint book I have of I'm going to have to trim that side. I just liked that because it's telling about a book that's going to be coming out soon, Miss Parloa's Young Housekeeper, a new book by the author of Miss Parloa's Kitchen Companion. Sounds like a book that every woman would like. And then when I was thinking about when I remember as a girl when my mother was going to night school to learn how to type, so I thought I'll put in a page from typing, and that will go in. And then I have this book. This was a little binder that I found one day, and it's Gardener's Notes, so it's going to go in, and I bet that's going to be way more than I can fit, because I think this will be one of the kind of journals where I do take some time and have fun and make a few little tabs, which I don't often do. So I guess what I need to get done today is get these joined together and then figure out what's going in where. Now I need to stop jiggling the camera. I need this. So I think for this book, this page, I'm going to, maybe I'll use you because that will give me enough width. There, rock, rock. Boy, I had a busy day yesterday. I had to, it's a tough job. Some things, even when you're artistic, it doesn't help you much. I had to put some of that frosting. It's almost like peelable wallpaper, but it's plastic, and you can put it on windows so you can't see through it, and you just spray the water on it and then stick it to the window, but when you want to, you can peel it off. And I had to put some on our sliding doors off our kitchen into the backyard, because I swear we live in Rabbit City, and our little Kirby was getting to the point where she was obsessed with laying there and watching for the rabbits. Like, it wasn't even comfortable or pleasant for her. It was starting to it was starting to be upsetting for her, and wanting to take up all her time rather than playing with her toys or snuggling with us or that sort of thing. So our dog trainer and our vet, both of them, when I mentioned to them that at first we thought, oh, isn't it cute? She's watching the bunnies, but it very quickly became not cute because it was all she would do. And I guess dreaming of chasing them and going hunting. Anyhow, and they both suggested put just some frosting on the lower part of the glass, even just for a little while, even, during bunny season. So, and we live in Bunny Central where I live because we're surrounded by farmland. There are just rabbits everywhere where I live. Hold on, I'm going to get some tape. This is my only box of washi tape. And you know what? It's plenty for me. I think I'm going to use this. I seem to recall, Kelly, was it you who told me that it is from Movers? Movers tape? Anyhow, I think I want to use this. So, you know what? I think I'm going to use, I've changed my mind, not art glitter glue. I'm going to use 3-in-1 and just go down. I think this will be fun to have in a journal page out of the Better Homes and Gardens. So I chose pastries and pies and salads and salad dressings. I've had to get good at making salad dressings. I can't do... Did I move it? Of course I moved it. With having to watch what I eat now, I've had to get really good at making homemade salad dressings, and it has taught me that homemade salad dressings are easy and delicious. So, and another thing I've also learned, because I have to, everything I eat has to be as low as possible in fat. And you can't, up here in Canada, you can get half fat mayonnaise, but you can't get zero fat mayonnaise. You used to be able to, but I guess nobody liked it. It probably didn't taste very good. But I still enjoy, a tuna sandwich or a salmon sandwich. And I figured out that if I do a mixture of, I'm going to go up that way. There we go. If I do a mixture of half fat mayonnaise, equal parts, let's put it this way, equal parts half fat mayonnaise, which I can get in Canada, and I can get zero fat ranch dressing. And if I mix those together, makes a really tasty for making salmon and tuna salad sandwiches. Yeah. So I'm a happy girl again. I'm just concerned with how old that glue is on that tape. So I figure you can't go wrong with a little 3-in-1. Let's just do it. And let's not drop it this time. There we go. So I left that little space in between just to make it easier to fold this in half rather than trying to put these, because these are cardstock, rather than trying to have them flush against each other. I can see that, I don't know whether the camera's picking it up, but I can see the 3-in-1, the strips of it. So I'm just sort of flattening it out. There we go. And then that should fold better. Yes. Oh, I do like that. Okay, very good. And maybe I should, for once, since this is going to be a colorful journal, which is rare for me, leave this out and use, make some use of washi tape. There we go. Now I find the paper often still helps with the hold, and I find that you don't need to do both sides of, you don't have to do washi tape on both sides. So I only, this one I did. You're going to say, Catherine, you just did 2 sides. That's cardstock. So I wanted to make sure that this is really old. I have a feeling it neither needs the hair dryer or it needs to go over the washi tape rainbow bridge. See how there's pieces coming off? I love polka dots though. I got a new cane with rainbow polka dots on it and I love it. Sometimes if you've got to use a cane, it's nice to have a fun one. All right. We did it. This is the tricky part that Gail Agostinelli does so well. But I think she does it like 100 times a day, so she should be a pro at it. And as you can see, I am not a pro at it. There we go. All right. You and you. There we go. Oh my goodness, I'm at 34 minutes. Showing you all my plans for the signatures. Took up all that time. Maybe this part's not very exciting, so maybe I'll show you the paper I chose for the end papers, and then I'll turn off the camera and get to work for the rest of the day. And then next time we get together, I'll show you the finalized signatures before I sew them all together. I decided on these. My friend Jeanette, as I said, who gave me 3 massive bags full of scrapbooking stuff. I just think this is perfect. It looks like maybe she picked it out for her kitchen, wallpaper for her kitchen, and I just think that's going to look really nice in there. And then, yeah, I can't find it. I was going to show you I've already got the template ready. Oh well, that'll be for next time because I'm at 35 minutes. So, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for joining me today. If you're still here after all that chatter and chit-chat, I hope you'll take a second and click like down there. If you're not already subscribed, I hope you'll think about subscribing. I'm trying my best to just stick to maybe 2 videos a week, so I won't overload you with too many. Mind you, it's always easy to skip when you're not in the mood. Oh, her again, not in the mood. You know what? Feelings are not hurt if you're not having a Catherine kind of day. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.